Hi and welcome to this Tech Insights video. My name is Mary and I'm an application engineer here at IFM Effector. You are here because you have either purchased or plan to purchase one of our TCC temperature sensors. In today's video, we are going to go over the programming of one of these sensors. So let's get started. So here you have the Learn More section on our website for our TCC temperature sensors. In our Learn More section, you can find a lot of helpful information on the technology used in these sensors, as well as the applications they are used in and the testing that they undergo at IFM's lab. Under the Setup and Support section, you can find the Programming tab, and in this section, you can find a chart that goes over the commonly used parameters in these sensors. So now let me take you to our programming software and show you how to program the TCC sensor in Moneo Configure software. So here you have the Moneo Configure software where you can change the parameters of any of your IO-Link sensors. In order to connect to your IO-Link sensor, you will click on Network Scan, you will click on Whole Network, and then you will click the Scan button. You can see that the software is trying to find the TCC that I have connected, and it has now found it connected through the E30390 programming cable that I have. You will then click on your specific part number, and it'll begin to pull in all of the parameters that you can change for this sensor. Once it has loaded, you can see that in the identification section, it has the part number I have connected, as well as the vendor ID and device ID associated with this part number. If you scroll further down, you will see all of the different parameters that you can change for this sensor, including the output to configuration and the analog scaling. The main thing that this sensor has is that it has a built-in calibration check for redundancy in sanitary applications. The CCL parameter stands for calibration check limit, which you can set for a value anywhere between 0.5 and 3 degrees Celsius. If this parameter is reached, it will then give you an alarm on output 1, which is letting you know that the reference temperature and the reading temperature has exceeded this value. The nice thing about this sensor as well is that there is a built-in simulation mode that you can configure to see how the sensor is reading, and you can look at that in the Cockpit mode, which is what I will show you now. In this video, I am using a TCC831. This specific part number has a tri-clamp process connection, but we have other TCCs available in various process connections. All of the TCCs have this large LED indicator on the top, which gives you an at-a-glance view of the sensor health for your sanitary application. So now I'm going to take you back into the software where we have this simulation mode, and you can set up different parameters you want to view in the Cockpit mode. So for example, I am going to set the simulation temperature to 100°C, and I will set the temperature reference parameter to 90°C. Whenever you change parameters in the Moneo Configure software, you then have to go to the bottom right corner and click on Write to Device. Once that is successfully written, you will get this Done box. Over on the right-hand side, where this gauge icon is, if you click on it, it will take you into the Cockpit view. You can see that it'll show you the current readings of the sensor in real time. However, when I start the simulation, it'll begin to read the values that I configured into the sensor. So now you can see it has jumped from about 30 degrees Celsius up to 100 degrees Celsius, and the reference temperature is showing that it's reading 90 degrees Celsius. You can see that the LED on the TCC is still green, meaning it is good and reading correctly. In the simulation section, besides just setting the temperature and reference temperature to a value, you can also simulate an error. For example, if I set it to error and click on Write to Device again, and it has said done, you will now see that the LED is showing red because the sensor has an error. If I go back into the simulation mode and set this back to a value of 100, but set the reference temperature to an error and click on Write to Device, the LED will turn to blue. If you head back to the Learn More section on our website, you can read about what the different LED indicators on the sensor mean. Green means the sensor is in normal operation mode and that the calibration check has not been exceeded. Blue means the sensor is in alert mode and warning you that the calibration check has been exceeded. And red means the sensor is in error mode and that it is no longer giving you good, valid data. You can read more details about this on the Learn More section of our website. So that concludes this Tech Insights video on the programming of our TCC temperature sensors. As always, you can check out our Learn More section on our website for helpful information on any of our products. Feel free to contact us at info.us@ifm.com or call into 1-800-441-8246 to speak with somebody who can assist you. Thank you for your time and have a great day.